Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content, and today we're going to be talking about the market, talking about Bitcoin, talking about HBAR, of course, and just kind of analyzing everything from a perspective of technicals and also just kind of fundamentals. So, with that being said, let's jump into it. So first and foremost, yesterday we seen that Amazon was supposedly making a cryptocurrency token by 2022, as well as, basically launching a payment method with Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and even Ethereum, and a few other assets as well. Now, obviously, a lot of people think that's what actually pumped the market. Realistically speaking, the market started pumping even before this news was actually released. So the market is going to move without news like this. So ultimately, yeah, this news did, pretty much help the pump, if you will. But we were pretty much waiting for a major breakout on Bitcoin and most altcoins anyway. So I think that the market is going to continue to do what it's doing. We did get a slight pullback to about 37.5K, but we'll analyze that here shortly. So without further ado, let's jump into this. So we do see a breaking Amazon denies false rumors that it will accept Bitcoin as a payment method, and also denies alleged plans to launch a cryptocurrency token in 2022. Now, Crypto Whale actually tweeted this out saying yesterday, another fake Bitcoin rumor is circulating. They are now saying Amazon is accepting Bitcoin as a payment method. This is a common tactic Bitcoin maximalists use to manipulate the prices. Don't fall for the trap. Remember just a few weeks ago when they lied about and claimed Apple bought in. Over the past few months, we've entered a vicious bear market. I don't know about that. Tanked over 50%, and many moonboys and maxis didn't get out in time. They now desperately want to sell and will do anything to pump the prices up slightly before jumping off the sinking ship. Now, I don't agree with the idea that we're in a bear market. Absolutely not. I've been talking about, bear markets and bull markets. Like, you will know when the bear market is here. Like, first off, it's not going to be a 50% drop in the price. It's going to be a significantly higher drop than 50%. And even then, it's going to be a lot worse than what's to be expected. But this actually reminded me of a tweet that I seen yesterday, and it's coming from Crypto Cobain. If you guys don't know who he is, you guys can follow him. But basically, he said, just convinced a stupid crypto journalist that I was an Amazon executive insider and made loads of stuff up. Then we got this here as well. Amazon is looking to accept Bitcoin payments by the end of this year, says an insider. It begins with Bitcoin. This is the key first stage of this crypto project, and the directive is coming from the very top, Jeff Bezos himself. Now, obviously, like, this just obviously sounds made up. Now listen, I don't doubt that at some point in time Amazon will be accepting cryptocurrency payments, just similar to how you could accept cryptocurrency payments on Shopify, on a few other websites as well that are for e-commerce. Now, the idea that accepting Bitcoin for payments is just a false narrative in itself. Like, we've been talking about how unethical Bitcoin is for payments and for payment systems as well. That's why it most likely won't be used in the financial, district. And, Amazon being this massive e-commerce giant accepting Bitcoin for payments is just absolutely, unrealistic. So I thought this was funny to include in the video because, I seen this yesterday and I even had my own suspicions, but I do think that at some point in time, Amazon will be looking to accept cryptocurrency payments, maybe not Bitcoin, because I do suspect that in time, Bitcoin will basically be pushed down on the list, and it most likely will lose its spotlight in general. So, with that being said, let's talk about HBAR. So, I do have this buy order set on HBAR at about 18.5 cents. Don't know if it's going to be hit. I know that we just got really close to it. It hit about like 18.6. I'm at 18.5. Now, the only reason why I acknowledge this buy is because obviously I was expecting some FUD, and hey, we got it. We got this Amazon news regarding the fact that they denied Bitcoin rumors. So who knows? I mean, FUD will flow throughout this market overall. Now, I did think that this was going to get hit when we pushed back down to about 38K. Currently, right now, we are sitting at about 38.1K. We did drop down significantly lower. I think we touched about 37.5K. If we go to the 1 hour and actually see how low we went. So We did get down to about 37.5K, almost 37.6. Who knows where we're going to really kind of go on Bitcoin right now. We did break a little bit of that support zone at about 38.4K. If you see, this is actually a resistance zone as well. But it's, it is what it is, right? We're expecting a little bit of a pullback. Right now, the market is very volatile. We could actually pull back all the way down to about 36.3K and still be totally fine. Now, even if we look back, we do see that even at this level here, which is about 36.7K, that's also a little bit of a support zone. But I'm more so leaning towards about 37 points. I think it's like, yeah, so it's about 37.5K as being that major support zone, which we did already bounce off of a little bit. So obviously there is some more support there for Bitcoin. Now, obviously it is 4:40 p.m. right now, so the Asian markets hasn't really opened up yet. So when they open, that's where we'll most likely see a lot of volatile market manipulation happening, and that's where we could probably see HBAR hitting that 18.5 zone. We got very close to it. Like I said, I was actually watching it a little bit closely. Now, obviously, we could probably hit a bit lower. We could actually probably get down to about 18. I always say that 18-cent zone is very strong support. If we ever break below it, it's very strong resistance, as we see here. Now, I also said that we have to break 23 cents for any celebration happening on Hedera Hashgraph. Now, we do see more news and kind of positive things happening in the market for Hedera Hashgraph that I will be talking about later today. Nothing too significant, like until we see some major news regarding like governing council members and more initiative happening with Hedera, we probably won't see some major news happening for quite some time, a little bit here soon, but I do expect some positive news to come out very soon regarding a governing council member where we do move up in price. Now, we were over the 200 and the also 50-day MA, but until we break that 100, we're not going to be moving at any sort of rapid pace. Like, the price action lately has been very significant. Like, we did hit 22 cents. But again, that's nothing new. Like, we've already been above that line multiple times. We bounced off of 23 cents before. We were even over 23 cents multiple times back in the beginning of June as well. So I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell where we're going to be going right now because of Bitcoin and also the market news. Things are looking a little bit better than most days, but we were at these levels before. So until we clear some major support and resistance zones, like for an example, my biggest point on Bitcoin that I actually want to see is us break over this 200-day MA, which is sitting at about 44, almost 0.7K. So we have a lot of room to make up. There is a lot more movement that needs to happen in the market. And today is Tuesday, so as the weeks go on, like the weekdays, we do see a lot more volatile price movement on Bitcoin and most altcoins anyways. Things that I'm really looking at are just the indices this week. We did get a little bit of some movement on the Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and S&P 500, but it wasn't anything significant. Like the Dow Jones was only up 82.7 points today. Until we see some more, parabolic moves on stocks, we probably won't move too much on crypto. Now, I am also watching the DXY as the DXY started to pretty much fall today. We currently are trading at about 92.6, which is very good because we were actually above 93 just recently, and we started to tank a little bit. Now, I do have some resistance and support zones here, and hey, we broke down below a key support zone, which was at that 92.74, and now we kind of bounced off a little bit of a support zone down here at that 92.5. So I currently want us back down at 89, so we have a lot more time in this market than people think. Like, this market, this bull run that we're in, which I still believe that we are in a bull run. I think that the price movement on Bitcoin recently is a clear sign of that. Things could happen very quickly in this market. This isn't just we're gonna sit stagnant for weeks before we do see any some movement in the market. Things happen very quick. So with the DXY in mind, if we come back down to these levels down here where we break all MAs, that's very bullish for crypto and stocks. I think that we will get to that point at some point in time in the later weeks now. Like I said, I'm not expecting Bitcoin to reach parabolic numbers or anything like that until later in August, which I've mentioned multiple times already. I'm also watching Bitcoin dominance as we are ranging to get to this zone here, which is our high. For the most part, this is the high that we printed on June 23rd as well. So once we get here, we watch for a break at 50%. Once we get back to 50%, that's when most altcoins will pretty much start to drop. That means that more buying is happening for Bitcoin than alts, and then, that's where we will most likely see HBAR back down at like 18.5. So I know it's not exciting news for HBAR, but hey, there's not much exciting news happening in the market anyways for HBAR either. So until we see some major news regarding, who knows, CBDCs, GC members, listings. A lot of people are still speculating a Coinbase listing happening very soon. I mean, listen, I'm not going to play into speculative things until we actually see something from Hedera themselves or from an exchange. Then we could get excited. But, there is a lot of false news that spreads on, CT. So, and I think that this is the biggest, pretty much evidence to pretty much explain that as well, because that's what crypto's about, right? Manipulation at this point, because everything is sort of manipulated, if you will. That's why we even look at Tether, and Bitcoin is one of the biggest manipulated assets in this game, and I think whales proved that to us this year, even 2017, 2018, and even in 2013. So with that being said, definitely watching the DXY, definitely watching Bitcoin dominance, watching the indices. Not really caring about alts right now. Like, I'm not going to keep an eye on Hedera Hashgraph right now because we have so much room to make up still on HBAR. Like, we have to get above this line. So I'm still very bullish on HBAR, but until we get here, I'm not going to be celebrating. I seen a lot of people getting excited yesterday when we started to move. Me personally, I'm just not going to play into the euphoria that pretty much comes out when we get a green candle. Like, for an example, yesterday, once Bitcoin started to do this, I seen everybody on Twitter getting so excited. I even said, I'm not going to get excited until we break over 36.3K. We broke 36.3K. I got a little excited because that is a big line to break. And look at where we're at now, right? We're still back at 38K. So until this line is broken again where we break below it, I'm not going to get upset or anything like that. I'm not going to flip macro bearish. I'm still very bullish on crypto this year no matter what. So with that being said, I hope that gave you guys a little bit of an insight on where I see HBAR going, where I see Bitcoin going, because I think Bitcoin could possibly test a little bit of a lower low, maybe still come back down and retest 37.5K again to get a double bottom, and then that will pretty much allow us to go a little bit higher. But we still haven't broken the 100-day, which is at 41K overall. So until we get there, I'm not going to be excited on Bitcoin either. So nonetheless, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys can follow me on Twitter, and you guys could also join the free Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.